Hello and welcome back to another edition of 2020 is being well, you get the idea. Hello, Nicole Steckline, a technical agronomist for DeKalb and Asgrow in southeast Iowa. We got a lot of corn in the ground the last couple of weeks. Today is May 5th. May the 4th be with you yesterday. A lot of corn went in the ground, soil's finally warmed up, and I feel really good about the conditions that we planted into. But now, obviously, we're cooling off. This entire week is going to be pretty crummy. We're talking highs in the 50s, lows in some places overnight, all the way down to 30 later on this week. So, not ideal. Currently, in Jones County, I'm getting a 38-degree rain. So, am I concerned about imbibitional chilling or other chilling injury to the seed that really we usually only worry about in April? You know, we always get that cold shot in April sometime, but it's May, so you wouldn't really think that we would have that issue. So, am I concerned about it? And if I am, under what circumstances? So, I'm less worried about the current precipitation today than I would be if this was happening April 20th or so. And the difference is current soil temperatures. So when we were planting mid-April, even all the way up to like the 23rd of April, soil temperatures weren't quite up to 50 degrees yet. It was cold, and then we were going to get a cold rain on top of it. Not ideal. But today we've got kind of that buffer because anything that we put in the ground for the last week to 10 days, which is when a lot of corn went in the ground in the state of Iowa, the water that was in the soil was warm. So what we worry about with imbibitional chilling is when that first drink that the seed takes is cold. So that's going to happen between 24 and 48 hours after planting the seed. So the things that I'm taking into consideration when I'm gauging my level of concern about chilling injury in corn that's been planted in this last week to 10 days, today is May 5th, I'm thinking about how long ago did I plant? Did I plant 24 to 48 hours ago? So then this is the first drink that it's getting. My next consideration is, did I get it into moisture when I was planting it? I know in quite a few places in southeast Iowa, things were getting a little thirsty and a little dry. If we put a seed into that dry soil, it did not start imbibing water and start the germination process. That means that this cold rain is the first drink. And that's when stuff gets screwy. So if I put it into moisture, I'm feeling a lot better about it because it started sucking up the soil moisture that was warm. And then the first drink isn't this cold water. My next consideration is soil type. I'm much more concerned about that lighter soil type than I am about higher organic matter. And that's because A, it was more likely to be placed into a dry seed bed instead of moisture, and soil temperatures in sandier soils will fluctuate quicker. My other concern is that, the next 7 to 10 day forecast doesn't look particularly great either. So we are going to have very slow growing seedlings once they do get going. So then I'm a little bit, want to keep an eye on obviously imbibitional chilling or chilling injury, making sure everything gets off to the right start. But then I'm also thinking about, am I at higher risk in some areas for seedling diseases, seedling pests, and also, of course, any herbicide injuries, more particularly those ALS herbicides, because it's harder for those seedlings to metabolize those herbicides if they're growing very slowly. So, am I concerned about it? Yes. I'm more concerned about it in dry, light soil types if I put it in the ground when it was dry in those sandier soils than I am in moist, high organic level soils. So that's where I'm at with this right now. As always, you can call, text, or email with questions.